Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates. This is Ron Tyler. This is a members only meeting today. Members only, guys. This is the time you get to learn, you get to participate, and be part of our members only. We only do this once in a while here. Just a second. My wife just said something. Carol, what? Okay, guys. Carol just said it's not members only. I set up for members only, but apparently we're here with everybody. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're only going to be on the air for a short time today, but I have some things I need to show you. First off, I'm going to tell you this. This is important. I want everybody to realize what's going on here. Okay? This is important. I believe there is evidence, and later this afternoon, I'm going to show you all the evidence I have that the San Andreas Fault is about to go. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to go today or tomorrow, but it's going to go. The United States Geological Survey has issued a red alert following the discovery of a major fissure, a crack, along the southern San Andreas Fault. This is one of the world's most dangerous seismic zones, as we've explained before. Okay? Experts now believe that the fissure is on the verge of a catastrophic eruption, a separation, with the potential disastrous ramifications for millions of people in Southern California. This morning, we're going to take a look at the most recent data. I don't have any satellite imaging right now, but I will have that later, and my own expert analysis directly from the USGS as well. And I'm going to have I hope to have some seismologists later this afternoon help explain what's going on. But even experienced earthquake scientists have been taken aback by what they've discovered. The San Andreas Fault has not had a substantial major event Again, the San Andreas Fault has not had a major substantial event in over 300 years. The San Andreas Fault has long been overdue for a large rupture. It's been exhibiting indications of severe stress and then rapid movement. Rapid movement. We've seen that over in the Los Angeles area on the Newport Inglewood Fault when Northridge had the earthquake in 1994. We've seen it happen. All of this is pointing to a potentially imminent megaquake. All the information that we have is pointing towards large, and I'm saying very strong, major megaquake. How does this affect Los Angeles, San Francisco even, and the entire West Coast? We're going to discuss this tonight. I want to make it very clear. We talked about the San Andreas Fault before. We're going to talk about the San Andreas Fault again. Let me take down our banner here. And for a short time, I'm also going to take down our webcam like this. Okay. Now, what I'm showing you is the USGS map of Southern California. Mostly everywhere from just north of Ontario, California in San Bernardino County, all the way into North Imperial County and even just south of or just north of the San Diego border. Okay, that's what we're showing you right now. Let me move it down here. Let me move this down so you can see what I'm seeing in San Diego and also over into the Imperial County. Again, The USBS is not even showing us much of anything at all. I'm going to show you substantial movement today already, and this afternoon I'll show you even more movement. Let's go down here to Holtville, just west of Holtville, California. Let me enlarge this map so you can see what I'm talking about. They've had 2 tremors here, allegedly. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you earthquakes here in Holtville. 3.0 earthquakes here in Holtville. This is a 1.4 tremor. This is allegedly 5 miles west of Holtville, California. That is where the extended desert research station is from the Salton Sea. They have a seismograph there. I'm going to show you the seismogram from the seismograph showing you the earthquakes that have actually happened. This is 5 miles west of Holtville. This is a 1.4 tremor. This earthquake just north of there, again, about 5 miles west-northwest of Holtville, is a 1.6 tremor. Just 2 tremors there west of Holtville. These are not the only earthquakes that have happened. Yet the United States Geological Survey is trying to pass them off as if these were the only events in the Imperial Valley. Literally. Look at that. They're not showing anything up north. They're not showing anything over here in Bombay Beach. Not a thing. Not a thing. They're not showing anything over here in the town of Imperial right there. Or Brawley. That's Brawley, I'm sorry. Let me bring up the town of Imperial here. This is Westmoreland. The United States Geological Survey with Caltech has shut down the seismograph in Westmoreland. We no longer have instrumentation from Westmoreland. But we have instrumentation from the Imperial Valley. I'm sorry, the town of Imperial here. And let's see, I believe this is Imperial here. Okay. Okay, this is one of 6. This is one of 6 thermal stations here, where men have drilled into the upper magma chambers of the Salton Butte volcano to obtain steam to generate electricity for Imperial Gas and Electric. Okay, that's just one of them. Now, let's go down here. Here's the town of Imperial here. They don't show any earthquakes here on the USGS map, do they? Not one of them. Not one of them. Let's go further south over here to El Centro. They're not showing any earthquakes here in El Centro at all. None. Why not? Why not? There are plenty of earthquakes here. Let me back out of this and let me pull up the USGS, or the San Andreas Fault here. The San Andreas Fault you see in red here. They're not showing any earthquakes here, are they? Not at all. What I'm going to show you now are earthquakes all over this area. They don't want to take any responsibility at all. It's called plausible deniability. Oh, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen because they don't want to show you what is actually happening. They don't want to take responsibility for it at all. That's sad. That's very sad. Folks, I'm appalled. I'm really appalled. It seems to be getting worse and worse. Okay? It gets worse and worse every time I report on this. Give me just a second here. I'm going to take you now further north over to Bakersfield. Look at this. Let me enlarge this so you can truly see what's going on. Yes, we have some tremors here. But as you can see, this is more information here than they showed here in the past. These tremors have actually gotten larger here in Bakersfield. That's not all, folks, there's more. How about Rancho Mirage? Rancho Mirage usually doesn't have much to talk about at all. Here we see an increase in tremor activity here. This is all along the San Andreas Fault. All this is along the San Andreas Fault. Now, I want to take you out to Chino, north of Los Angeles here. Look at this. Yes, we have increased tremor activity here, but we've had minor earthquakes here as well, 2.0 earthquakes here as well. But look closely at what we have to show you here. Okay, this happened just after, I'm going to say 7:26 a.m. this morning. Approximately 7:26 a.m. this morning, we have a 3.0 earthquake, small earthquake, but a 3.0 earthquake here in Chino, California. 7:26 this morning. Now, like I said, I'm going to be coming back on the air later this afternoon and show you even more activity than this. Okay? This is incredible, isn't it? It absolutely is. It's almost appalling. It's almost appalling. Because the United States Geological Survey is not showing any of this. None of it. Not a thing. This is incredible, isn't it? It absolutely. Anyway, let's go on here. I have more. Let's go over to Los Angeles now. I'm going to north of Los Angeles, and I'm just saying maybe 15 miles north of Los Angeles in a town called Ellis, California. Right there. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Again, this bigger earthquake here happened at just about 6:45 this morning. Actually, 6:40 this morning. 6:40 this morning, we had multiple 3.0 earthquakes here in Ellis, California. Then after 7:15 this morning, actually after 7 a.m. on the black line here, the center of that black line, increased tremor activity, and after 7:15 on the red line, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is approximately 7:21 a.m. this morning. That's a 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. 2.6, 2.7 earthquake, and then just about 7:25 this morning, another 2.5, 2.6. Increased activity here. This is just this morning. We haven't even begun to fight here. We haven't even begun to fight. This is Pacific time. It's still early in the morning in the Pacific time zone in California. Right now it's just about 9, just before 9 a.m. Just before 9 a.m. Okay. Now I want to take you over to Del Amo. Look at Del Amo. It's just not tremors, guys. Yes, we have some tremors here as well. But we also have 2.2, 2.3 earthquakes here. And this morning, the blue line here after 7 a.m., that's 7:30. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7:36 this morning. 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. These are minor earthquakes. Minor earthquakes here at 7:21 or 7:30. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7:37 this morning. Just before 7:38, another 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. Up at the top black line, that was 5 a.m. this morning. We had tremors and we had some 2.0 earthquakes. Delano, California, just north of Los Angeles, a suburb of Los Angeles. Let me show you another one here. I want to take you over to Moore Park. Look at this, guys. In Moore Park, they've been showing this just barely tremor activity. It was trying to ramp up to larger minor earthquake activity. Now we are there. We're definitely there. Let's go up to this red line here. It's a second red line here just after 6:15. 6:15 over on the left-hand side of the red line. Here we have 7:18. 7:18, we have a 2.7 earthquake. 2.7 minor earthquake. Nobody felt it. Only very sensitive people feel these 2.7, 2.8 earthquakes. That's what happened there. 7:18 this morning. And more tremors after that and minor earthquakes as well. After 7:47 this morning, on that bottom green line, 2.0 earthquake. Over in the blue line towards the right, 2.0. That blue line on the left-hand side is 7:30. We'll come over here to the right. This is 7:43 this morning. 2.6, 2.7. Two of them. Two 2.6, 2.7 earthquakes. This information should be troubling to most of you. Any of you who are living in Los Angeles itself, you should be very concerned. You should be very concerned. Now, surgery is here. He's saying that a 4.7 earthquake, 6.2 miles deep, 47 minutes ago. Surgery, where did it happen? You don't say it where it happened. The 4.7 is a moderate earthquake. USGS have been calling 4.0s, 4.9 light earthquakes. There is not, I want to repeat this now, as I said it before, there is nothing as a light earthquake. 3.0, 3.9 are small. There's nothing such as a light earthquake except in USGS jargon. 4.0 to 4.9 earthquakes can cause damage. You don't get damage out of a light earthquake. You don't. Moderate earthquakes, you do. Moderate earthquakes can knock paintings and wall hangings off the wall. They can knock books and knickknacks off of shelves. They can rattle dishes and cupboards. Enough rattling will cause those dishes, plates, and glasses to fall out of the cupboards. Fact. Fact. I don't think any of you would want to go through a moderate earthquake. It's more than just shaking beneath your feet as you would have as a 3.5 small earthquake. 4.0 to 4.9 is a lot stronger. And it's unnerving. It's very unnerving. Depending on how long it lasts, you should be very concerned. You should be very concerned. Richard Smith says, I may be from Nova Scotia on the East Coast, but I worry about the West Coast. Richard Smith lives in Eastern Canada and Nova Scotia. I would be very concerned about the West Coast. Okay? My buddy Albert Sanchez is here in the chat. He used to live in Los Angeles. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Richard Smith is here in the chat. He's saying, Energy from the west coast is adding pressure on the east. You're absolutely right. It is. This is Moore Park, just north of Los Angeles. And I haven't even begun to fight here. Have not even begun to fight here. I want to go over to Long Beach. I want to go over to Long Beach. I want to show you what's going on there. Look at this, guys. Look at this. We have up at the top on the black line, you see some very long black lines here. The first long black line is about a 2.5, 2.6 earthquake. That longer line over towards the center right, probably a 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. All the rest is just tremors, except when you get down here to 7:30 on the blue line. 7:30 on the blue line, we have some tremors and we have some minor earthquakes. On the green line, you see tremors, and then this green line is 7:45 on the green line on the left-hand side. We come over here to 2, 3, 4, 7:49 this morning, Pacific time. 2.9 earthquake. 2.9 earthquake here in Long Beach. That is just shy from a 3.0 small quake. Yes, we've had 3.0s, we've had 3.5s, we've even had 4.0s here in Long Beach before. This should be very concerning to people in the Long Beach area. This is only starting out this morning. By the time we come on the air at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, it'll be 1 p.m. there. Add another 4 hours of activity here and see what you get. My buddy Don Patoga also spent some time in the California area. He knows what I'm talking about as well. Okay? Let's continue this discussion here. Let's go out east to Fontana. Fontana is just barely west of the San Andreas Fault. Look at this. Fontana, California. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes here. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes here. The first one was after 5:03 a.m. this morning on that black top line on the left. 3.0 earthquake. 3 minutes later, another 3.0 earthquake. We drop down to the next red line, just below that. On the left-hand side, that's 5:15. Come over here to the right. 5:27 this morning. Another 3.0 earthquake. 5:29. Another 2.9, 3.0 earthquake. We drop down to the next black line on the left-hand side. This is 6 a.m. We come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes later. Okay? 6:06 this morning. Another 3.3 earthquake. 3.3 small earthquake here. Okay? Then for all intents and purposes, let's drop down to 7:30 this morning on the blue line on the left-hand side. 7:33 this morning, just before 7:34, we have another 3.0, 3.1 earthquake. We drop over here to the right, to the middle center here on the blue line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? This is 7:40 this morning. Another 3.0 earthquake here. So we drop down to the green line below that. 7:45 on the left-hand side. We drop over here to 7:49. Another 3.0 earthquake. 4 minutes later, 7:53, another 3.0 earthquake. Folks, here in Fontana, we haven't had this kind of activity in quite some time. Yes, it was sporadic in Fontana before, maybe 4 or 5 3.0, 3.5 earthquakes all day long. Now we've had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 3.0 and large earthquakes. 9 3.0 and large earthquakes here in Fontana this morning. This is increased seismic activity along the San Andreas Fault. You see what I'm saying, guys? There has been increased seismic activity here on the San Andreas Fault, and scientists have found a fissure, and a large fissure here on the San Andreas Fault out here in the Southern California desert. It's happening. The fault is moving. The fault is definitely moving. Now, I want to go back into Los Angeles. I want to show you Anaheim, California this morning. Look at this. This morning, after 7 a.m. on the left-hand side on the top, we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6:06 a.m. this morning. A 3.0 earthquake. 3.0 earthquake. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes later. 5 minutes later. 5:11 this morning. 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. We have tremors. We have 2.0s, 2.4, 2.5 earthquakes here. Besides that, this morning. This is Anaheim, California. That's where Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm are, as well as a lot of other businesses and commercial establishments and homes all over the area. A lot. Now, I want to take you down to the Imperial Valley now. Remember where the Salton Sea is? That same Imperial Valley. I want to take you to Holtville because I showed you Holtville a few minutes ago. Look at this. It's not just tremors, guys. We're not just seeing tremors here. Look at this blue line in the center here. The left-hand side blue line is 5:30 this morning. We come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7:37 this morning. 3.2, 3.3 earthquake. 3.2, 3.3 earthquake here in Holtville, California. No joke. Then just a few seconds later, a 2.8, 2.9 earthquake. About a minute and a half later, we have several 2.7 and 2.9 earthquakes. Minor earthquakes, but they're getting there. This is Holtville. We have several 2.0 earthquakes here as well. Over on the right-hand side, on the black line, this is 7:14 this morning on the black line here. After 7:14, almost 7:30 or 7:15, we have a 2.8 earthquake there. And it continues over on the left-hand side on the red line. See that shaking over on the left-hand side on the red line? 7:15 this morning. Holtville's moving on the San Andreas Fault, and it's more than just tremors. USGS wants to say tremors, they're full of crap. full of crap. The Earth is moving over in the Imperial Valley. That's not all, folks. There's more. Let's go over to Bombay Beach, over on the center left of the Salton Sea, center east part of the Salton Sea. Let's go over to Bombay Beach. Look at this. On the USGS line, they're not showing a word, not nothing. Not one line, not nothing. Look at these 3.0 plus earthquakes. These seismic sequences have had the tops and the bottom cut off these sequences, meaning these earthquakes as they stand now are at least 3.0 earthquakes. They're at least 3.5 to 4.0 shakers. 3.5 small to 4.0 moderate earthquake. And I have been there, and several of my acquaintances have been there as well when these earthquakes have hit. Not today, but in previous episodes of this program. They've been there. They felt the earth shake. Unnerving. It wasn't just rattling beneath their feet. Almost unstable events where you can't stand there and just stand in one place. You feel like you have to shift your feet to keep your balance. Unreal. And yet, the USBS wants to say nothing's happened. The United States Geological Survey is saying nothing happened. But obviously, you see here that something has. Something's definitely happened. Okay? The Imperial Valley is shaking. The scientists are spot on by saying that the San Andreas fault is going to give. It's a matter of time. I want to be the warning voice in preparation for what's going to happen. I want to make sure you all know what's going to happen. This is essential for your safety. This is Bombay Beach over on the right, on the east side, center of the Salton Sea. I'm not done. I'm not done. Now, our friend Juanito, who is our EMA family member over in the Imperial Valley, he lives over in El Centro. Let me show you what has gone on already in El Centro, California. Now, I just pulled this seismogram just before we came on the air. As you can see, it just barely shows just after 7:50 this morning, Pacific time. Just over 3 hours ago. Okay. Here in the Eastern time zone is now 9 a.m. in the morning. This is right before 8 a.m. Look at the 3.0 earthquakes here. No, I'm sorry. Let's look at the less earthquakes first. Up on that top blue line just after 5:30 this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5:35 this morning. 2.0, 2.3 earthquake. 2 minutes later, 2.5 minutes later, another 2.0. Over on the far right, this was 7:39. Another 2.0. On the next red line after 6:15 on the left-hand side, come over here to the right. This is about 6:26 this morning. 2.7, 2.8. It might be a 2.8, 2.9. Minor earthquake, but just below the 3.0 threshold. Okay, let's go over here to the left on the blue line next. 3.0 earthquake. 6:31 a.m. this morning. 3.0 earthquake. A minute and a half later, we have a 2.5, 2.6 on the blue line. We come across here to the center right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7:30 or 6:39 this morning. 3.3 earthquake. 3.3 earthquake, guys. Should you be concerned? Oh yeah, most definitely. Then let's drop down to the next red line here after 7:15 on the left-hand side. 7:18 this morning. 3.03.2 earthquake. 3.03.2 earthquake in El Centro, where Juanito lives. We drop down to the blue line just below that. On the left-hand side, we have 7:30. Just before 7:37, 2.9, 3.0 earthquake there on the blue line. On the line just below that is 7:45 on the left-hand side. At 7:50 this morning, 7:50 this morning, a 3.03.2 earthquake. 2 minutes later, another 3.03.1 earthquake there. Small earthquakes. This was not happening a year ago. This was not happening 9 months ago. This started happening this year. These small earthquakes started happening in El Centro this year. This is just barely west of the San Andreas Fault. This is just barely west of the San Andreas Fault, ladies and gentlemen. The earth is moving. The earth is moving. What does this mean for the people in Southern California? What does this mean for the people in Southern California? It means you need to prepare. You need to prepare for an earthquake. It's coming. It's not going to be a small earthquake. It's not going to be a moderate earthquake. It's going to be a major earthquake. It's going to be a major earthquake. I can guarantee you that. It might start off as a 5.0 large, but it's going to be a major earthquake, guys. What do you need to do? What is in your repertoire that you might need to do? Do you need to assess the blankets, the sleeping bags that you have? Oh, yes. Because you might be sleeping out under the stars after this happens. It could happen today, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen next week or next year. I don't think it will be that long. As things continue to happen here, guys, this is getting to be an emergency situation. USGS will deny it. USGS has almost called me a fraud before. Said I didn't know what I was talking about. Said I was exaggerating the situation. You can't exaggerate when you have the data in front of you. Folks, you need to get your food preparations in order. You need to make sure you have enough food. Not just to last 72 hours, that's a good start. But you might be without food, being able to go to the store for quite some time. Within a matter of hours after a major earthquake. Either you will not be able to get it in the store because it's been flattened, or the shelves will be drop bare within a matter of hours. You need to have food. You need to have supplies. The least you should have is a cook stove and food. Now, what else happens when we have a major earthquake? Gas lines and water mains break, don't they? Do you have water storage? I'm going to ask, do you have water storage? If not, why not? Do you have food enough to last you at least a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 to 3 months? Because yes, that's what it's gonna be. If the roads are repaired by a month or so from that earthquake, you might be able to drive outside of town someplace to buy food. Not guaranteed, but you might be able to. Is somebody going to be hurt? Is someone going to get hurt in this earthquake? Probably yes. There's a good chance somebody will be hurt or killed by this earthquake, unalived. Do you have the medical supplies to help try to save their life? Do you have bandages? Do you have a tourniquet that you could use to split an arm and hold it close to someone's body? Tying the top of the tourniquet around the back of their neck and hold their arm close to the body to immobilize their arm. Do you have that? Do you have medicine that people might take? Do you have prescription drugs in your home that you're going to need? How about some Tylenol? How about something for diarrhea? How about something for upset stomachs? Aspirin, Advil. Do you have the basic necessities? Do you have a blood pressure cuff or a stethoscope? What do you have in the ways of medicine and medical supplies? You need to think about this. Have you taken a first aid course? Have you even taken a CPR course? You need to really think about it, guys. You need to think about it. After their major earthquake happens, fires result. As gas mains break, fires result. Do you have a way to turn off your gas to your apartment or your home? It's a fairly easy situation. Go out with a wrench, maybe a half, 3/4 open end wrench or an adjustable wrench. Go out to your gas main. You have a pipe running out of the ground like this right beside your gas main at your home, your gas meter. The pipe runs like this. There's a valve about this long. There's a valve about this long sticking up right next to the gas line. Turn that valve like this. Turn that valve like this. Turning that valve like this shuts off the inflow of gas to your home. If you smell gas, that's how to turn off your gas main. Don't turn it back on. Do not turn that gas main back on. Call a professional to come out and assess your gas line to make sure you don't have any leaks. And then and only then will they turn it on for you. Know that. If you have a water leak, do you know how to turn off the water to your home? There are shut-off valves underneath your sinks. There's a shut-off valve out in the street or in the middle of your yard. Do you know where it is? Can you put your arm down inside that hole and turn it off? Think about it. Think about it. You got to know these things, guys. In order to save your lives and save your homes, you need to know these things. If you don't know, go find out. You need to find out immediately, because this earthquake is going to happen, whether you are ready for it or not. Ava Marie Griffin is here. She is a holistic nurse. She knows what she's talking about. You probably ought to listen to her. I've known Nurse Griffin for a long time. A very long time. I first met her about 6 years ago on this very same program. She knows what she's talking about. You can go find her here on Facebook. You can find her over on TikTok. I'm sure you can find her almost anywhere. You need to search her out as well. She has great information. She's a very great lady, her and her husband both. Sweet Polly Purebred is here. Sweet Polly Purebred is in the chat saying a lot of this medication is sold for $2.25 a bottle at Dollar Tree. Bandages as well. Think about it, guys. Think about getting an inexpensive medical kit. You can buy an inexpensive medical kit for $11 at Walmart. Minor bandages and such. You need to have at least that. You need to have at least that. Guys, I will have more later on this evening after 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Guys, I'm very serious about what I've said. You need to get ready. I'm going to talk more about the San Andreas Fault this evening. I'm going to show you more seismograms, showing you exactly what's going on. But I think I've already proved my point today. I think I've already proven my point today. You need to get ready, and you need to get ready now. You need to get ready now. I don't like to see people hurt and killed. But the earthquake that we are talking about today is going to happen. A major earthquake yes, we're going to talk about the Pneumatic Fault this week, I promise. But an earthquake on the San Andreas Fault is about to happen. I believe it's going to happen between now and the end of August. We don't have much time left. I will see you later this afternoon. I ask God to bless you. I ask God to be with you this day and always. I'm sorry this didn't end up just being a members only meeting. I intended that to be so, but again, YouTube proved me wrong. God bless you. God be with you until we meet again. We'll see you later this afternoon after 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care, everybody.